How to use ChatGPT to generate code. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you all are doing great and are having an amazing and incredible day. I bring you back with yet another great and helpful video, and in this video we're going to be talking about, yes, the most top leading chatbot AI right now in the world, ChatGPT. So basically, as you can see, ChatGPT is on the rise and many people use it nowadays for their work or maybe their college, their assignments and stuff like that. And it has endless possibilities of like things and things. It can help you with basically anything and everything. But the most important thing that people are ignoring in ChatGPT is its capability to write you codes. And codes can be in any language. They could go from Java to Python, C, C++, C++. You have your Visual Basic, HTML, CSS, and endless. Like, it has every coding language, and you can ask it to write you any type of code. So I'm going to be going through a few of these coding languages one by one, and I'm also going to show you how easily ChatGPT implements it. So first of all, let's talk about the most basic thing. Let's say you have an assignment where they're asking you to fix a C++ code. So let's go ahead. Like, we have an assignment for C++, and your professor has given you, let's say, an incorrect code, a wrong code. So, and your professor is saying, okay, please fix this code. So let's say it's a pretty difficult code and you're having a hard time. So what you can do is you can tell ChatGPT to fix this code, please. And then just paste your code, wait for ChatGPT to load it up. Now, obviously, it depends on the traffic that ChatGPT is currently receiving. Like, it could take you a few seconds, it could take you a few minutes. All depends on the traffic. But yes, once you put in your code, what ChatGPT does is it carefully reads every line of the code, and accordingly, it finds your error, and once it finds your error, it's going to give you an output with the correct code, and you can just copy it and paste it in your assignment. And that is basically how simple and easy ChatGPT makes your coding responsibilities. And obviously, many things also matter. Like, as you can see, I have many tabs opened over here. So what I can do is I can just start closing these out like this. So look at that, one by one, just slowly close these tabs out. Make sure to clear them, because if you don't clear them often, it is gonna have issues. So one by one, just remove these tabs, and look, as I've removed them, we're just gonna wait for it. And as you can see, we are experiencing exceptionally high demand. Please hang tight. Now, this could also happen in some cases, so just keep patient. But yeah, you can fix errors. Ask it to write you a code. Let's say you're gonna write a C or write a program in whatever language you have. Let's say write a program in Python about a let's say hangman game. Let's say that it's a hangman game in Python, and you're just gonna ask it to do that for you. And after that, what it does is obviously it carefully goes through your code, and accordingly it creates a basic hangman game in Python. And look at that, it started making the game in an output box, and obviously it's like also color coded. Like, look at this. This is the definition. So they've color coded this in orange, and these are your variables and stuff like that. So it's like very nice, very easy. These are obviously the inbuilt data types and stuff like that. So once all of this is done, I'm also going to show you how it actually implements it. So you could go, like, I'm going to run a Python compiler, online Python interpreter. You're just gonna open that to see if it actually works. And like, in some cases it may stop the program like in the middle, so you can just go ahead and write why did you stop or something like that. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna, like, obviously it's gonna apologize for stopping abruptly, and from there on out it's gonna start the program again. Now, as you can see, this is a Python runner. If we click on that, look at that, it's printed our command. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove all of this. We're just going to wait for our code to fully load. And as we can see, our code is fully written. We're just going to copy it, and we're going to come here and we're going to paste it. And once we have pasted it, we're going to click on run. And look at that, there is our hangman game. And you can see, you can just start guessing letters, and you can see now we have 5 tries, now we have 4 tries, We have 3 tries. And once we use up all our tries, there we go. We have lost the game. So yeah, as you can see, you can create games and it could be of any code. You can also write this same program but in C++. You can ask it to do that and it's gonna make the same Hangman game. And look at that, here's an implementation of a Hangman game in C++, and there we go. It started creating the game in C++. So that is basically just how simple and easy it is to generate codes on ChatGPT for yourself. And this is obviously compiler codes and codes like, you know, your computer language codes. I'm also gonna get right into HTML and CSS. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here, HTML, CSS, compiler. I'm just gonna open an online compiler for HTML, CSS. And once this is open, I'm also gonna show you how you can basically create a website for yourself using ChatGPT. So what you can do is obviously once the ChatGPT code for our Python Hangman game is done, I'm going to show you how you can use it to obviously create a website for yourself. So I'm just going to wait for this code to finish up real quick. And as I told you before, like let's say this code is taking a bit long, like maybe it's taking a little time, maybe it's a huge code. So what you can do is you can open a new conversation by just coming up here in the top left and clicking on new chat. And once you click on new chat, what ChatGPT is going to do is it's obviously going to open a new chat tab. And over here, what you can do is just go on your search bar. And once you go on your type bar, you're just going to type, can you create a website for me in HTML and CSS using internal styling, and make sure that the website looks top notch and just like very successful e-commerce business. You just put in like your requirements, and then you're just gonna enter it, and accordingly it's gonna write your HTML and CS code in internal styling. So there you go. Yes, I can write HTML and CSS code. I must emphasize that overall look and design depends heavily on the quality of the content and images used. So obviously it's gonna slowly create your code and it's going to implement it. So we're just going to ask it again once more. Can you write the code? And once you tell it to write the code, obviously it's going to slowly start writing the code, and we're just going to wait for it to do that. And while this writes the code for us, we're going to go to our Hangman game where our code, if I'm not mistaken, should be completed. And yes, it is. We can see that the main code. Okay, this is what I was talking about. Maybe sometimes, as you can see, they cut off the message in between. So you can just ask it, why did you stop? You can just say that to it. And once you do that, it's going to apologize for stopping abruptly. As you can see, sorry, you made a mistake. Let me complete the code. And there you go. It starts completing your code. And from there on out, you're just going to copy it, paste it into your compiler or whatever you're working on. And once you do that, you successfully have generated a code for yourself. So yeah, that is basically how simple and easy it is to generate any type of code using ChatGPT and implementing it to your program. So yeah, I hope you found this video helpful and informational. If you did, drop down a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. Yeah, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.